Houghton Pondering back with another video. Please come in, thumbs up this video, subscribe to the channel, support the channel. The Cash App tag is in the description. Listen, I'm going to get straight into it. Cardi B, so Cardi B, she went online, and to me, this is so disrespectful. Offset, what is going on over there? You letting Cardi B disrespect your mother, to let her disrespect the Black Queen? Let me tell you something. Ooh, let's get into it. So listen, y'all already know, let's just do a little briefing. So earlier this week, some girl came out and she was talking about how Offset has this girl named Pre. Pre got pregnant. Pre got the baby sucked out of her. You know which word I can't say, and I'm just saying that. Pre got the baby sucked out of her. Pre got $15,000 or more than that, right? And then the girl, Blue, she got $15,000 hush money to keep, to not talk about it. It was talks about, it was the girl who was involved, Pre, saying that it wasn't real, but then at the same time, she was saying that an NDA was broke. So you could tell that they was lying. These people don't think that you driving a road with eyes open and focused like this, like you don't see what's going on. You understand what I'm saying? So listen, that happened. So then we all know that Cardi B looks like the fool in all of this. Offset been cheating on her multiple times. This girl done got multiple surgeries to look like the women who he cheats on, who he cheats with, And that's really the psychology behind what's going on with Cardi B. She gets surgery to look like these women who Offset cheats on her with. So Cardi B, yesterday, she went live on Instagram, and I just felt like it was so disrespectful. Like, yo, let me just tell you something. Now, the way that she referred to Offset, she didn't even say her husband. Catch it. She didn't say her husband. She said, my baby daddy is a good person to her kids. And my whole thing is, even if that is your baby daddy or whatever the case may be, what did you do? Pretend the whole time to like his mother and his family? Let me tell you something. I know that you might think that this is way off, but I do think that Cardi B and her sister, they are racist. I do believe that they are. This is my personal opinion. You now all of a sudden you got all this energy to these Black women, like talking about like, oh, it was just crazy. So let me just read to you what Cardi B said, and let me just go through her tweets. So she said, I grew up poor, but with so much love from my mom and dad's side of the family. I will not accept nothing less for my children. I will not accept fake love for my kids. My family is enough. Oh, after you done extracted the black nut out of the black testicles and got your black babies, and your family is just enough now. You don't think that Offset family needs to love on those kids and give them the love and nourishing that, obviously, I mean, what type of love did you get through your mother and father because you ended up being a stripper? I mean, how strict was it, or how structured was that? You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that Cardi didn't make a move and end up making her life better in the long run, but it's just like, for you to even end up in that, I mean, you know what, Cardi? So it's just like, let me tell you this. And then it also feels like some separation in this. Like, she's trying to make it seem like, I don't know if it's because she feels like she's Dominican or whatever, but Black people grew up in big families too. Mother, father, this and that. And listen, it's the same across the board. The same type of things go on in households, whether it's dysfunction or whatever, is across the board, from Black, Dominican, African American, whatever the case may be, right? So to me, she's talking about my family is enough. No, a child's family they need both sides of the family. And how about Offset's family probably never really liking you? It was rumored that, I didn't see it myself, so I'm gonna say rumor, that they said that his father didn't even like you. They probably wanted him to be with a Black woman. I'm looking in the camera lens and saying it. They probably never liked you, right? And now they just dealing with you. And now you starting to be nasty and you talking crazy I don't know if I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if Cardi is talking to his mother or if she's talking to his sister or what. But let me do this, right? I want to play this message that Cardi B that she had on Instagram. So I told people to stop playing with me, but y'all, you want to keep fucking playing with me. It's so annoying when, I think because I'm ghetto or because I'm emotional, people they like to gaslight me, and they think that they can manipulate my fucking brain. But little do you fucking know, I'm very understandable. Very understandable. And when I have it to hear, that's when I'll go on live. Because if you don't if you think that you're gonna gaslight me with your bullshit, that's when I'm gonna go public so you could understand me a little bit better. It's bad enough you don't hold your own accountable, but what you're not going to do is try to act like I need to be accountable, especially when it comes to my fucking kids. I did not grow up like a dog. So listen, so she's talking about especially when you don't hold yours accountable. Offset is a grown man and you a grown ass bitch. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something from a person who comes from a family where brothers, listen, you can all grow up in the same house, have all the morals instilled in you, and somebody can still come out the wrong way. Her mother and father, his mother and father don't have anything to do with the way that he's treating you. Maybe he's just a dog ass nigga. And guess what? You don't roll with him and we rolling, we riding, we like to go unsided. You done did all of that for all of these years. Now all of a sudden you want to get online and you want to talk crazy, talking about not only do you hold XYZ accountable, he married you. Why don't y'all go to counseling? You spent all that money on counseling when it came to Tasha K. Like, yo, I know I'm not jacking this at all. Like, so let's move on to the next slide. I grew up with a very huge family. Who didn't? Mom and dad. And every part of my family, every aunt, every uncles, every grandparent. So I will not accept nothing less for my kids. So what you're not going to do is manipulate me when I put my guards up for my kids. You don't gotta fucking like me. They don't. You gotta respect my kids. And if you're not gonna love my kids properly, don't fucking look for them. Or don't fucking speak on them. I could say my baby father, he's a great dad. I'll give it to him. Not husband. But anybody else, don't fucking play with my kids. Now, I'm being nice. I'm being fucking nice unto people. Okay. You know what this gives me vibe of? The you know how they like to call them exoticals, or the preference girls who extracted the black nut out of the balls, and now since she got the baby, she's not nice anymore to the kid. All she cares about is her Dominican family and the people who are not black. That's how I feel. That's my emotion on it. She don't care about black people. She don't care about his black family. She don't care about his mother. She only pretended for so long. Cardi knew that woman never really liked her. They probably never wanted Offset to be with her. And Offset seen a lick in her, and that's why they was together. This is just crazy to me that you could get up here and talk about, and then you making it known that you're giving Offset a pass, even though he cheated on your ass, and he's the reason why this whole shit is probably just crazy. And you going at his mother. Let me also tell you two things. Something else that can be real, right? Let me tell you something. I'm just gonna be like just as light as possible. I had a conversation. So I have a nephew and I have two nieces, right? My nieces, they're very young. They're like maybe like 10, 12 years younger than my nephew. So when my nephew was coming up, when he was like being like, raised and stuff, we were still younger. So we still needed things. My mother still did things for my nephew, but as my nephew got older and she grew in her role and she started to make more money, she did a lot for my nieces when they were younger because it was just like we were grown at the time. He was even growing at the time. So he mentioned to me one time before, like, I felt like, your mom, like his grandmother, like, she does more, she did more for them. But I try to explain to him she's in a different part of her life at that point where they were receiving that benefit. So my whole thing is we truly don't know how this. Ooh, I was about to say something crazy. We don't know how this exotical girl, it seems like to me, if you want to be honest, and I know how this goes because I know how family is. Cardi seems like the type that she controls the kids and she always has the kids over with her side of the family. And then Offset's kids is probably always with the mother side of the family. And she's trying to create this war like, oh, nobody show love to my kid. Nobody show love. My family enough. My family, I had uncle, auntie. We all had that. It's nothing special about you. You are just a bland New York girl who a record label decided to drag up. And I can't believe that you disrespecting his mother like that. Or his sister or whoever it is that you talking about. I really can't believe that you doing that. Like, this is so crazy to me. And Offset, this is who you chose to knock up, and then it looked like she's blatantly with child. Congratulations if you with child, Cardi, but this is ugly. For you to come online and to showboat and say all of these things, and then you talking about I'm very understandable. What you should have said is that I don't lack I have comprehension skills. You don't even know how to use your words right, and you a millionaire? Come on. So let's move on to the last slide. Stop talking to me like I'm easy to manipulate or easy to gaslight and take accountability. She learned a new word. Every fucking time that I feel like I'm getting gaslighted or manipulated, I'm going to come in on here and show you. If you don't understand in private, then I'm gonna make you understand publicly. Okay? I'm nice when I want to be fucking nice.
but I'm a fucking I'm when I have it up to here, everybody that knows me knows my Libra moon.
Libras are liars.
And I don't give a fuck who's hurt. I don't give a fuck who's mad. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm going to protect myself and my children. Mine. And no, I don't want to come here. This is not for publicity or nothing like that. Stop.
And you know what's so crazy? This means that the respect level is definitely dwindled. Offset, you allowing this girl to come out here and she's even, I don't care if she gave kudos to you. She talking about your mama or your sisters or your family in general. This is whack. This is whack. This is whack.
People think because I'm ghetto, they think they can manipulate me privately. And it's like, all right, you don't want to understand. You don't want to understand where I'm coming from. So I'm gonna make you understand it publicly. Cause that's the only shit that shake your shit. So I'm gonna shake your shit. It's just sometimes people think because I'm
Listen, you are ghetto, and you not probably who his family really wanted. His mother and them probably mad that they had somebody had a baby. See, what it is with Cardi is that she feels like she fixed her face up so much and did all of this reconstructive work this to make herself this self-proclaimed bad bitch. You know what I'm saying? You're still that rat from the Bronx, right? None of that has left you. What you have not done is self-helped or educated yourself, beyond the measure that you've already started out as. Like you should be way more your esteem should be way higher. It's like I'm telling you, I don't obviously don't know the day-to-day of Offset and them, but I guarantee you those kids are more every time we hear Cardi on live and she talking about she going to the studio, them kids is always with her mother or with her or whatever. To me, it seems like Cardi don't let them kids go with Offset parents like that. And then she probably jealous because his other kids is probably with them. And so she like, if you're not gonna show the love and love my kids properly, but then at the same breath, she'll throw up in your face that she got so much money and she probably does, her kids probably does, do a lot of activities and things like that. They probably do, but you can't have it both ways. Allow those kids to go over there and stay for some weeks or whatever the case may be, and allow them to be with that other side of the family. This is how I personally feel. I feel like Cardi's mother behind the scene, I don't know her, but I'm just saying how I feel. She probably says, "Yeah, let us keep the baby, let us keep the baby." It's probably some secret competition. They don't really like black people like that, in my opinion. And she probably tells them, "Yeah, we'll keep the baby or whatever," because then that keeps Cardi with giving them money, and then it's always like that. So how you gonna be mad? So I'm trying to figure out what happened and what started this situation off. Did Offset family post pictures of them and you feel like they don't see them enough and maybe they see the other grandkids? I don't know what started it, but all I'm saying is this whole situation is just distasteful. It's distasteful. Offset, you gotta check your bitch. Like you gotta check her. And when I say check her, I'm not talking about check physically because I don't like physical violence against women. But Cardi B getting online and making it seem like she don't give a F and all of this, she don't got no respect for your people. What has gone now? Listen, I understand a woman scorn. Cardi don't deserve no, even though I don't like her, she don't deserve nobody lying to her, cheating on her, and bringing her through the rigmarole. She got two beautiful kids by Offset. She don't deserve that. But it's a certain level of decorum and etiquette that you're supposed to have when addressing people family. I'm telling you, I recently spoke to one of my brothers today, but I hadn't spoke to him for weeks just by the way that he disrespected one of my aunts. And I had to realize that, my mother had my brother when she was younger. My mother had me when she was close to 30. But my brother, she was like she was younger, like in her teens. And my grandparents, they were great and they were able to like raise him and take him up. But I believe with that, my brother lacks he doesn't know boundaries when it comes to my aunt because they're probably like maybe like 10 years apart, so he doesn't really have boundaries. He feels like that's his peer. I kind of have that situation with my nephew too. We kind of like this, we're like 10 years apart, and it's like I really want the respect as an adult and he thinks he's my peer. And it's like, I stopped speaking to my brother I didn't stop speaking to him like permanently, but just for a few weeks because I was just mind blown by the way he spoke to my aunt. But some people just don't have respect for adults. So Cardi, you talking about how your family was this and your family was that, and mother, you grew up with this and that, you still ended up being a stripper, and you wow disrespectful. Like we even seen the way that she disrespected how she was acting with her dad outside when the news reporter was trying to ask him questions or whatever. I understood the privacy and all of that, but she seems very controlling because she feels like she has money. I don't know. To me, Cardi just like, I know behind the scenes she probably does a lot of great Chuck E. Cheese dates and all of that with her kids, but she just doesn't strike me as a good person. I don't think that she likes black women either, and I think that she just tolerated Offset's mom for the moment that she did. Now that things are crumbling in their relationship, possibly, I feel like she's like, fuck the black bitch now. That's how I personally feel. She's like, who cares? That's how I personally feel. So listen, I just wanted to come live and do this video. Get in the comments and let me know what you think about Cardi B lashing out, and like, how do you feel about her talking to his family like that online? She's clearly talking to his family, and she clearly denounced him, calling him her baby daddy. She did not say my husband. Even though the other night when she was on stage with Jason Lee, she's talking about your husband, and she's like, I got more money than the niggas you F or whatever. And that was so disrespectful to me because you sitting in front of all of these white people and you're racially ambiguous and using the N-word. Cardi B, stop saying the N-word. Stop it. Stop. Listen, this is your boy LaRon Potent Pondering. Please make sure that you support this channel. Thumbs up the video, subscribe, and all of that. And yeah, I'm up out of here. Peace.